Chapter 7, Traumatic Life Change, Monday, August 24th. After talking to Chloe, I walked through the house. Gretchen, or maybe my dad, or maybe both of them, picked soothing, neutral colors. The furniture is sturdy oak and leather. The art on the walls is mostly photographs. One shows a line of colorful doors along an Italian cobblestone street. Another is a close-up of what Gretchen told me was the bark of a Hawaiian rainbow eucalyptus tree. Its peeling vertical layers are electric green, orange, red, teal, purple, and blue. It looks like an abstract art project. And these aren't just prints bought at a gallery. They are places they've actually been, photos they took themselves. Meanwhile, the only vacations my mom and I took were to the coast, 2-hour drive away. My mouth twists as I pass a photo of a huge moon rising over white buildings in a Greek beach town. It doesn't seem fair, even though my mom has always harped on how she had shown everyone how she could stand on her own 2 feet, of how she had made something of herself when no one thought she would. At least she did until the very end. I go upstairs to what still doesn't feel like my room. Sprawled on the bed, which Gretchen insists be made every morning, I listen to more deadest podcast, but with completely different ears. It must be like how an architect looks at a building and sees the structure's details. How does Kelly shape the story? How does she present the twists? What order does she tell it in? I take notes on my new laptop. She always starts with the crime. That's the hook. Then she moves back in time to talk about the victim. After that, she discusses various aspects. Toward the end, Kelly touches on some possibly related crimes as well as various theories about what happened. Along the way, she interviews friends, enemies, and law enforcement. But she's Kelsey McBain, and I'm just me, a high school student. Who will even want to talk to me? When the episode is over, I watch videos about podcasting. Some are confusing, full of unfamiliar terms. Some are daunting, talking about expensive microphones and mixers. But then I find one where a college girl talks about how you can start with what you have, even if it's just a laptop and earbuds. She mentioned a program called GarageBand, which actually came loaded on my computer. Maybe I can do this. 2 days later, I meet with my advisor. Miss Kernow has red hair and so many freckles it looks like someone spattered her with paint. Even though school's just started, every available flat surface of her office is already covered with stacks of paper and file folders. She leans on her desk while I take one of the 2 visitor chairs. First of all, I want you to know that I'm always available to talk, Piper. Since you're a transfer student, I wanted to meet with you right away, as it can be a little hard finding your footing in an unfamiliar location. I find myself only started here this year. And I also understand you've recently suffered a traumatic life change. Traumatic life change. I guess that's one way to put it. I don't want to talk about my mom with a stranger, someone who doesn't know me and will never know her, someone who is paid to pretend to care. And even if Miss Kernow really does, it's still too raw and strange. Okay, I muttered, looking down at my lap. I'm wearing a plaid blue pinafore dress with a white short-sleeved blouse. The dress looks like a Catholic schoolgirl uniform, and might actually have been one before it ended up at a thrift store. To contrast with the primness, I'm wearing black Doc Martens. I'm relieved when Miss Kernow returns to talking about school. Now here at North, as Principal Barry said, you'll be working on a senior passion project the whole year. Senior projects always look great on transcripts, so you should choose something that could appeal to the college you want to attend. She interrupts herself. Oh, I need to make a note for your file. Where do you want to go? Maybe a community college? According to your transcript, your grades are excellent. You should think about setting your sights a little higher. She blows air through her pursed lips. Let's revisit this later. So do you have any ideas for your passion project? I want to do a podcast. Her eyes got a fraction wider, and she nods appreciatively. On what? Politics? Humor? Fashion? I hold her gaze and simply respond, murder.